Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna be doing some more reading vlogs this summer and this is my first one. So I'm going to be doing these because of all the readathons that I will be participating in this July. So I'm thinking that I'm going to do a vlog each week because I don't want to do a whole month reading vlog, and I also don't want to do like a 2-week reading vlog or even daily reading vlogs because it's a bit of work right there, and I want to be focusing on my reading this month, so I don't want to worry too much about vlogging or the energy of vlogging, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't. Anyway, today is July 3rd and that means I am 6 days into the Book Junkie Trials because I'm a mage and we get a 3-day head start. Mage, magi, whatever. So I've already finished 2 books this month, but one of them I was reading before the readathon started, so it doesn't count for any of the challenges. But I'm going to tell you what I read anyway. So if you watched my TBR, you'll know the books that I'm planning on reading this month, and the first one that I was going to read was The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, and I did finish this yesterday. It took me 5 days to read this, but I finally finished it, and this fulfilled the challenge for the Orc Grove prompt. I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars just because it took me a little while to read this, and at some points I was kind of bored. Like, it didn't happen often, but those points where I didn't feel like reading this, I was like, I just want to be done with this already. Let's move along here. It's also an adult book, so that might be the reason why I sort of struggled with this, but it was still a pretty good book. And some of the things that happen in here are just unbelievable. Like, I picked this for that challenge because you were supposed to read like something gritty and gory. Like, I had heard that this was like in detail of like gore and stuff, but that's not just what was in detail. There were so many things in here that were just horrendous to read about. Like, I wanted to throw up at one point reading this book, and I just started like sobbing because what people do to other people is so unbelievable, and that it's possible that this stuff is going on in the world is just terrible. And it was difficult to read, but I still did enjoy this a lot. And I just finished a book a few minutes ago, and that was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling. This is my 7th time rereading this book, and I loved it just as much as I have in the past. This actually helped me get through the Poppy War when I felt that slump coming on, just because it was a pretty long book and slow at times, so this got me through that and gave me those lighthearted moments when I needed it, because there were a lot of dark moments in the Poppy War, let me tell you. And I had started reading this before the readathon started, so this really doesn't fulfill any of the challenges, but yeah, I'm just telling you because it's a July reading vlog, so anything counts. And the next book I'm planning on reading is Ship of Smoke and Steel, because this is the old Pirate Cove challenge book thing, and I'm pretty sure you have to go in order, so I plan on doing that. And this book is actually blurbed by one of my favorite authors, Morgan Rhodes, and she says, truly epic, fierce, and exhilarating. So I am very excited to read this. Okay, so the reason why I didn't update you guys or like start this reading vlog on the 1st or even the 28th, was because I was running out of storage and I wanted to upload a few of my TBRs before I started a vlog, so I have 2 of them up right now. I'm probably going to upload another one today or after the 4th of July because we're going up to the beach, so I may not have time while we're there, so I'm definitely planning on getting them up this week. I wanted to say something but I forgot it. Anyway, I guess I'll talk to you guys later because I don't think I have anything else to tell you. Oh, I may not be able to update you guys when I'm at the beach because there are people there and I am not comfortable filming in front of other people. I mean, I might like just do a montage or something. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. And yeah, I just wanted to start this now because I didn't know if I was going to be able to start this anytime before the end of the week, so here now. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, well, it's been a few days since I last updated you guys. It is now July 6th and Saturday, which means it's the last day of the week, and this is like technically the second day I've vlogged, so this video might be a little longer. Not longer, like it may extend to next week. Just because I have like no footage. I was going to update you guys, I think, on the 4th because I had the whole place to myself. But as soon as I was about to start filming, because I wanted to read for a little bit just to embrace the peace and quiet, as soon as I decided to start vlogging, everybody got home, so I couldn't do that. And then we had to go see the fireworks, and I really haven't gotten a chance since then. So let me update you guys. I finished Ship of Smoke and Steel on the 4th, so it only took me 2 days to read this, which I'm happy about because I need to fly through books because the biannual bibliothon starts next week, and I can't believe that. It's already coming up so soon. Now, this book is about this girl who is taken to be put on this ghost ship, and take control of it for the Empire, and it's a ship that's made out of steel, and so it's just her trying to take control of the ship and make her way up along the ladder of important people. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I was thinking of like a 3.75. Like, I'm very lenient in most of my ratings because I usually rate books 5 stars anyway, even if it's kind of meh for me. And this was like definitely meh. So it's probably more like a 3.75 stars because I want to be more like precise in my ratings. And I just didn't really feel that this was for me. It was kind of, I don't know. I expected more from it, and I didn't really get that. It was still an enjoyable book to read, but I was like, I was just meh. I didn't really care that much about some of the characters and the plot. I felt the plot dragged a lot. So, I mean, I'm probably gonna pick up the next one in hopes that it gets better, but, you know, it was still an enjoyable read, but it's not my favorite of all time. And that book completed the Old Pirate Cove challenge for the Book Junkie Trials, so 2 books down already, and I'm excited to keep reading. And then on the way up to the beach, we actually stopped at BAM Books, or Books A Million, because I wanted to get a book that just came out recently and everybody's been talking about it, so I also got to jump on that hype train, and that book is Wicked Fox by Cat Cho, and I'm already reading it, even though this is not on any of my TBRs. However, it's the Bookmarked Club's pick for the month of July. So on Monday, July 28th, they will be having their live show on Wicked Fox, and I'm really excited because I've heard nothing but good things about this book, and I'm really enjoying it already. So this is about this girl who is a nine-tailed fox, or a gimho? I think that's what they're called. A gimho? Gumaho. And this takes place in modern day Korea, and right now I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to keep reading because I'm actually enjoying this, like wanting to keep reading this, while Ship of Smoke and Sea I was like, yeah, I guess I should read it. So yeah. And then I also picked up another book at BAM, and that was The Devil's Thief by Lisa Maxwell. That sounded really weird. Anyway, this is the second book in, I don't even know what the series is called. I think it's just The Last Magician series, and I don't have The Last Magician, but I want to get it. I've been meaning to get it for a while now, but it's always so expensive wherever I look. Like, I know 14 bucks on Amazon isn't that expensive, but I feel like books on Amazon should be only like 10, 11, 12, maybe $13, and that's it. And I'm hesitant on going over that amount, so that's why I haven't really picked it up yet. But this was on sale for $5, and if you look at this book, it's pretty thick, and thick books are very expensive, even on Amazon. So I grabbed it because there were only 3 left, and I figured I'm gonna read this someday anyway. Might as well get it now. And then at the beach, I also got a book at one of their bookstores, and that was The Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu. This follows Alec and Magnus during the Mortal Instruments series, I believe. And I've been meaning to pick this up, but it's another expensive book, and it's like super skinny, so you know it's expensive because it's Cassandra Clare. Because this is usually $25 and it was 15% off, and my aunt got it for me, so grateful for that. But picking this up makes me really want to reread all the books because I have no recollection of the Mortal Instruments at all. It's just the first book I remember. So I think I'm gonna reread the series soon, actually, and then I'll be able to get to this without not knowing what the heck is going on. 3 more books. And these 3 books I got at a thrift store. So those are Night Film by Marisha Pessl. All I know about this is it's like a thriller or suspense novel, and a murder happens in it. I've seen it on Emma's channel from Emma Books, and it sounds interesting, so I grabbed it because it's usually hit or miss in that store because there are a lot of adult books that are like really old, so nothing I'm really interested in, but sometimes you can find like hidden gems and stuff. And then I picked up a Harry Potter book. Even though I already have this book, I picked it up for $1. And the reason I picked this one up is because, first of all, it's in really good condition. My Harry Potter books are not. Like, at least the paperbacks aren't, and this is pretty snazzy. And then another reason why I picked this is because on the back it's like all one color, and all my paperbacks are like the old editions, I'm pretty sure, and they have like praise on the back. I'll show you. So this is my Prisoner of Azkaban book, and on the back it's like it continues the picture. On this it doesn't. So yeah, I grabbed it, and this will also come in handy because my paperback edition of The Goblet of Fire, the front cover's coming off, so this will be an easier copy to read if I don't want to lug around the hardback. And then the last book I picked up was Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Again, this was another hidden gem that I was not expecting, and I've seen this on Brittany's channel from Brittany the Bibliophile, and she really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to read this. I'm pretty sure it's sci-fi, so it's definitely out of my comfort zone, so it'll be an interesting ride. I feel like I should film over here more often. I don't know, it feels cozy. You may be wondering why I changed positions and it's like 5 minutes later from my last update. That's because I just didn't want to sit at my desk. I wanted to get more comfortable on the floor, so here we are. Now I want to discuss what I want to read because I'm already in the middle of this. Not in the middle, but like I've started it and I'm enjoying it, so I'm probably going to continue reading this today. But I also want to advance on the Book Junkie Trials and Medievalathon because I've been putting Medievalathon on the back burner just because I'm trying to get like the Book Junkie Trials, like most of those books read. So I want to start a Medievalathon book, but I also need to continue with Book Junkie Trials because the Bibliothon is coming up next week and I want to get all my Book Junkie Trials books read before that time. So my next book for the Book Junkie Trials would be Furthermore by Teheru Mafi, and this is for the Glimmer something. It's like pick a colorful book, and this is very colorful. So I know it's a middle grade, so it's gonna go by quickly. Most middle grades do. So I'm probably gonna start this today as well. If you watched my vlogs from like last year, I'm still working on one of them from last August and I still haven't gotten it out. And I never finished that, so I don't even know if I'm gonna scrap that or not, but I kind of want to keep going on with it. But if you remember, I don't even know, it might have been the first or second one, but one of them I said that I like reading one book at a time and that's it. And I still like doing that, but I think I forget when I did it. It was when I was reading Serpent and Dove, and then I started the A Court of Thorns and Roses series again. I did that, by the way. I started reading a ton of books at once. I think it was that and another one. So Serpent and Dove, Court of Thorns and Roses, and another one. And I just switched whenever I wanted to, and I had no problem with that. I thought it was enjoyable the way I was doing it, so I'm probably gonna do that again just because I need to advance on some of these books. And reading one book at a time, yes, it gets that book read and complete, but then you have to start a whole new book, and yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. And then I'm probably gonna start reading Ash Princess today as well because it's very ambitious. And just because I don't want to forget about Medievalathon, because that's going on now as well. So let me go get that. Okay, so I have this now in case I want to start it, and I'm pretty sure I will. I need to. And then, yeah, because 3 books just not enough reading at one time, right? I want to start Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban because last year I held off on all my Harry Potter books because I just didn't feel like reading them because I was in like a YA mood. So I put these on the back burner. Do I keep using like that figure of speech? I'm sorry. But these were put off, and then I was reading them over Christmas break because I had to get them done before the end of the year. So it was like the second to last day before the new year, and I was like rushing through Deathly Hallows, so I don't want to do that again if possible. So I'm trying to get all my Harry Potter books read this summer, which is what I usually do, and not hold off on them again. So I really want to start this as well. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. This is fun. They all look so good. Can I just read them like at exactly the same speed at exactly the same time? So yeah, those are my reading plans for today, and I have work tonight at like, I leave at like 5:45, 5:30, so it's almost 12, so I kind of only have like 5 hours to read, and it takes a bit more than that to finish a book. So I'm gonna get started now and stop talking to you guys and wasting my time. So I'll see you in a bit. For you, it'll be like a second. Okay, so right now it's 4:17 and I'm about to take a shower to get ready for work. But before I do that, I wanted to update you guys on my reading progress and what I've gotten done since I last updated you guys. I say update and updated a lot, don't I? Oh well. So I was able to make some progress on Wicked Fox and I got to page 171 and I'm really enjoying this. It's really easy to read and fly through and I'm really excited to keep reading because it's really good. Then I picked up Furthermore and I got to page, let's see, 45. And right now it's really interesting. Like, I know it's sort of that Alice in Wonderland kind of vibe going for it. Like, you can taste rain shine. Like, instead of sunshine, it's rain shine. And you can eat flowers and stuff. So it's kind of different. But it's middle grade and it's actually really enjoyable as well. So I'm excited to continue reading with this. And then I picked up Ash Princess and I got to page 48 in this. I'm actually really enjoying this as well. All these books I'm picking up, I'm actually enjoying pretty much. And that's good because the last 2 books I read, not including Harry Potter, the last 2 ones were only 4 stars and I usually read a lot of 5-star books, according to me, because I'm very, like I said, lenient with my ratings. So it's good to have some books that I'm actually enjoying a lot more than the other ones. And I think this is the book that I actually needed right now because it's just what I want. So I'm excited to continue reading this. And then the last book I picked up was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and I only finished the first chapter like just now, so I'm on page 16. So not that far, but I'm already loving it because this is my favorite book in the series and I love it so much. I want friends like Harry, Ron, and Hermione, please. So yeah, that's what I've been reading so far. So now I'm going to go take a shower and get ready for work. There's a possibility it will be canceled because it's raining. Well, it was earlier. And it's probably raining there, so there's a possibility I won't be going and I'll have more time to read, but in the likelihood that it's not, I need to get ready, so got to get all this off of me. So I'll probably talk to you guys later. Hello, it's Monday, July 8th. I did not update you guys at all yesterday, and to tell you the truth, I really didn't feel like it. One of the reasons why was just because Cameron Boyce died, so I was in a bit of a shock at that, so I just didn't feel like filming, so yeah. But I'm feeling a little better today, the shock has worn off a bit, so yeah. Anyway, my reading plans, or what has happened since yesterday, because I did finish a book yesterday and then I finished a book today, so everything is going pretty well in the reading world. The book I finished yesterday was Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. I absolutely love this. This is definitely a favorite of mine for this year, maybe of all time. I don't know. I really did enjoy this, and I can't wait for the sequel because I love the characters in this and the setting. I just pictured it to be like this color, like purpley pink, like dusk colors, and that was the atmosphere I got from this book and I loved it so much. And now I want to go to Korea, so 5 out of 5 stars for this. And then the book I finished today was Furthermore. This book is a handful of magic written down. That's how I describe it, because it's like, this reminded me so much of Alice in Wonderland. And after I said that the other day, when I went back to reading this, I realized that the main character's name is Alice, so that was funny. And then this also reminded me a lot of Caraval. I think it's just like the whimsical world and stuff. And Furthermore was very whimsical and very entertaining and magical, and I loved it so much. This is such a good middle grade book, and I gave it 5 stars because I loved it so much. Now, I don't think I really explained what this was in my TBR or what it was about, and it's about this girl whose father disappeared years ago and she wants to go find him, so she has to travel to the world of Furthermore to find him. And I just loved everything about this book. It was perfect and what I needed. A lighthearted read was what I needed at the moment, so this definitely delivered that, and I'm so grateful I finally read it after all these years of it being out and everybody talking about it. I finally got to it. Okay, so I'm making good progress, but I have 2 books to read before the biannual bibliothon starts. More like 3 actually. So I think I want to continue reading Ash Princess because I don't want to... It's a noisy bookmark. I don't want to put this off until after the bibliothon because I'm going to be reading a lot of books and I don't want to forget what I've already read. Not that I'm worried about that, but I am actually really interested in continuing reading this, but I want to get all the Book Junkie Trials books out of the way first so I can read the Medievalathon like after the bibliothon and then after the the reading rush. Not that I'll have a lot of time for these books because I think I'm mainly prioritizing the Book Junkie Trials and the other 2 readathons, I mean, and Medievalathon is just taking a seat in the back of the bus for a while. So now that I've started reading this, I want to continue it, so I'm probably going to read more of this today. And then I want to start Before She Ignites by Jodi Meadows because this is the dragon book that I'm getting to for the Book Junkie Trials, and I've had this on my shelf for forever and I really want to read it before I don't, and it sits on my shelf for another like 5 years. It hasn't been that long, but it feels like a long time. It's only been like 2 years, but I really don't want to wait another 2 years to read this because I'm really excited to start this. And I only have, I think it's 4 days left before the bibliothon. Let me check. So if you count today, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Hang on, what day does it start? I feel like it's the 11th. I'm gonna have to check my TBR video just to be sure, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So it does start on the 11th, so technically if you count today, I only have 3 days to read 3 books. This is amazing, and it's already like 3 o'clock. How am I gonna do this? And I think I'm just gonna put Harry Potter, I think I'm just gonna set that book aside because I know that storyline, so it's not like I'm gonna forget it, and I know I can read it quickly like in between the days because I think the booktubeathon, oh my gosh, I have to stop saying booktubeathon. I think the reading rush takes place on the 22nd, so in like those 2 or 3 days, I can just pick that up and fly through it. Oh, by the way, I meant to tell you this yesterday, but seeing as I didn't film anything yesterday, I'll tell you right now. So I decided that I was doing, like, how I'm vlogging is I'm going to finish off this vlog on the 10th, so everything I read up to the 10th I will include in this vlog, and then I will start my next vlog for the biannual bibliothon. So for like 9 days I will do that, and then for the in-between days I'm not sure if I want to do like a mini vlog. Probably not, but then again it's like the whole month is a readathon for me, so yeah, I'm not entirely sure. You know, what I know I'm doing is I know that this vlog is going to the 10th, okay? So we'll worry about everything else when it comes time. So I'm gonna get to reading because you guys know I have a lot to get done. So I'm probably going to read to page 100. It's not that much. But if I'm really engaged in the story, I'll continue reading this. But if I'm still liking it, but I know I can move on to something like I don't need to keep reading to see what happens next, then I'll move on to Before She Ignites and put my focus mainly on this. But I know I want to advance in Ash Princess. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Guess who does not plan stuff well at all? It's me. So you know how I said that yesterday after I got to page like 100 or something in Ash Princess, I would start before she ignites. That did not happen. For one, I forgot I had work yesterday, so when I realized I had that, it was a little too late to update you guys, so I got ready for that, and I had to put all reading on hold. So when I got back, I decided to just continue with Ash Princess because I knew I wasn't going to read for that much longer because it was like around 10:30 or something, and I was tired, and I got up at 6:30 today, so yeah, that's fun. So I was going to put Ash Princess down for a second and start reading before she ignites, but did I? No. But the good thing is that I did finish this book, so technically it wasn't a whole waste, because just not reading one thing doesn't mean I have to stop reading everything. So I'm glad I finished this, but now I really have to pick up the pace because the Bibliothon starts in 2 days, which means I have 2 days to read this book. Or 2, because if you count today, that's what I'm counting. So today and tomorrow I have to read. So yeah, I did finish this. And yeah, but let me just tell you my thoughts and feelings on Ash Princess really quickly. I thought it was really good. It didn't wow me like I was expecting it to. It was easy to read and easy to get through, and I liked the characters a lot. The plot, I expected a little more from the plot than what I got, so I think that's why I'm docking a star on this. So I'm going to give this 4 stars out of 5, which is good. It's still a good story. I want to continue with the trilogy, but it's just not my favorite book. And it's really hard for me to give this a 5-star, not a 5-star rating. But I usually give books like this 5 stars just because I enjoyed it, but I want 5 stars to be books that like I didn't just enjoy, it was like more. But this is more like a 4.5 for me actually. So the one thing, so I said like the plot was kind of off for me, and it's not off, it's just like it didn't have that as much as I wanted it to. There was just one character who I expected more from. I don't know why I have this feeling, but I was just I was waiting for him to do something. I don't know what that something is. I just expected something to happen. Like, I'm not making sense, but I think I pictured the guy in here that I'm talking about differently than what actually happened. So yeah, that doesn't make any sense, but hopefully you guys somewhat make sense of it, even though there's no scrap of it in there. Anyway, now I would like to start before she ignites. I have to read this in 2 days, and it's already like 3:30, and I have tennis practice in less than 2 hours, so I really don't have that much time. I need more time. That is what I need. I need like a whole clock full of time. I'm starting to sound like stuff in Furthermore. But I'm going to start this, and I know I can finish it by tomorrow, but I was hoping to get that last book in before everything starts, but it's short enough that I can probably read it in the few days after the readathon, like the Bibliothon. So if I don't get to it, I'm not that worried about it. I'll get to it later because I've already read it, so it's fine. But I really need to read this, like ASAP. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next hour and a half or something before my practice starts. So I will talk to you guys later. Why did my voice just go high-pitched? I don't know. Hello, it is July 10th, around 2:20, and I'm a failure. I'm just kidding, but I'm kind of not. Okay, so you know yesterday how I said for like the last hour and a half before I have to go to tennis practice, I would read? I didn't do that. I got like 5 minutes in before I had to go because I've been procrastinating watching BookTube. So my reasoning is that if I watch BookTube, wow, my hair is great. Like, so if I watch BookTube, that'll motivate me to read, but all I feel like is watching BookTube and not reading. So it's kind of not helping, and that's what I've been mostly doing today as well. So yeah, you've probably guessed that I haven't gotten very far into my book. I'm only on page 88 in this monster of a book, so yeah, it's not a monster, but it's like almost 500 pages. Almost. It's like 40 pages less than that. 30 maybe. It's not quite that, but I have a feeling I'm not going to finish this in time for the biennial bibliothon because that's tomorrow and I have to read all of this. So I may not finish this in time, and that is okay. I'm actually not sure how I'm feeling about this book at the moment. Like, I want to like this, but I'm just not in the mood for it right now. But I'm gonna keep reading and see if it becomes like more my thing, because right now they're in like this prison and I just want them to get out because I'm like, this is boring me. And it's not boring necessarily, it's the beginning of the book. It should be a little slow, but I just want to zoom through this and that's not happening. It also doesn't help that I really feel like rereading Fallen Kingdoms, the entire series. It's not helping because that's all I want to do. I want to drop everything and read those books again because I miss them. They're like one of my favorite series of all time and I love them. But I can't because I have like 5 different readathons. 4 actually, but you know. I'm also not feeling my hair today. I thought that if I put it back like this, it looked sort of good because my hair was in a ponytail, and yesterday I got a headache because I had it in a ponytail all day. So I took it out because I had tennis this morning. So I took it out. My hair is not cooperating today and it looks bad. It's a bad hair day, and it sucks for when you want to vlog because you don't want to look terrible, but you do, so. I may put it in a bun. That's nice. But I feel buns look weird on me unless I'm just alone all day. And I guess I could do it. Anyway, so I have work tonight again, so less time to read this, but just gonna go with the flow of it. If I get like another page read, I'll be happy. Be more happy if I could read the entire thing before tomorrow, but I highly doubt that. And then another thing I have to do is I have to end my bookshelf reorganization video because guess who still has not done that yet? Me. And I filmed it days and days ago. I don't know at this point, but I have to get that filmed and I don't want to. Plus, we're going shopping for books on Saturday because BAM is having this sale thing, so I'm gonna get like a ton of books there and then I'm gonna have to move them around again, so I just want to get this done so it's not like my fault that I have to move everything and you guys don't see it. So yeah, I should get to reading. I might actually do a time lapse just to make myself read, but don't hold me to that. If a time lapse suddenly comes up, then I did it, but if not, I don't feel like it, and I look gross too, so yeah, I'm just gonna read. Let's see if I actually do it. Okay, so hi, it's like 11:12 right now on the 10th, and the bibliothon is tomorrow, so I'm going to be going to bed soon. I unfortunately was not able to finish this in time. I got to page 141. So I'm going to set this down when the bibliothon starts, and then when that is done, during those few days between the bibliothon and the reading rush, I'm going to pick this up again and hopefully finish it along with the other book that I want to read for the Book Junkie Trials. A last few thoughts on this before I say goodbye because this is the ending clip. I'm starting to actually get this more now. It was a little confusing in the beginning because they were shifting from the past to the present to the past again, so I wasn't really sure what was going on, but now I think I'm catching on and I'm beginning to enjoy it more. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this at the moment. I'm not really sure how I'm feeling though, but I know I'm enjoying it more than I was earlier. Now I want to keep this clip short because I already have over 60 minutes of footage to edit. So if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. You could not see my wave. Bye. Is that better? I think it was.